To Enlightened Hand Tarot. Welcome to my table. I'm going to take a look at the energies for the relationships in our lives for the month of June. The first part of the reading will be for those of you who are in a relationship and are seeking advice for that specific relationship that you have in mind. The second will be for those of you who are not in a relationship but are seeking to be in one. Some advice and guidance on using the month of June's energies for your best and highest good. So let's get started. I'm going to get started with those of you that are in a relationship. And I am going to look at the current status of that relationship's energy, the challenges that that relationship energy may face, the opportunities that that relationship is looking at for the month of June, and what advice to help you best move with those energies. All right, so if you'll spend some time, I'm gonna shuffle you and 10. Let's look at this relationship that they have in mind here, please. Spirit, for our best and highest good guidance for the month of June. I have a card popping out at me, and it's a beautiful one, and it is the Star. I'm going to leave that one right up there. For the month of June, Spirit, for the current status energies, other than maybe hopeful, let's take a look. What do we have? We have the Five of Swords. Current status. The Seven of Wands current status. Guys, what is going on here? And the Queen of Wands. So this is going to be for those of you that are seeking a little bit of guidance and direction on how to maneuver through an event. There was some argument here. And what I'm seeing is that one of the parties involved, you perhaps, had to do some defending of some boundaries. Like, there was some boundaries that were crossed. And maybe you're feeling that, you know, you're not just quite sure where this is going. So if that resonates for you, let's move on. Let's take a look then at what are the challenges that this relationship is facing, please, Spirit. What can we help our viewers with for the challenges that they're facing? The Sun. Temperance. And Justice. Look at this. Look at this beautiful energy here. Well, you can be hopeful. Because what I'm seeing here is that your authenticity, the Queen of Wands, she's all about speaking her mind, and she's very authentic. No bullcrap here. She's going to say it like you mean it. And apparently you did. But the thing is that by saying it like you mean it, you brought some balance. You brought some tempering to that not so pleasant experience. And it is bringing you some justice. That is beautiful. I don't see a challenge here. What I see is, I mean, maybe it challenged both parties involved. Maybe it really challenged you to speak up and say these things, but you answered the call, and you answered it well, and that is a beautiful challenge, if I have to say so, because I'm not seeing that as much of a challenge there, Spirit. So what are the opportunities then for this relationship going forward? We have the Eight of Swords. the Nine of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so the opportunities here, Judgment here is on the bottom of the deck. I'm going to hold that one out here. So what I'm seeing as the opportunity is that you have learned something here. You made a call. This judgment call. And you set your boundaries. And what we're seeing is the challenge with these 3 major arcana cards. This is a big deal. You doing this. Maybe this is the first time that you've really expressed yourself this way before, but you've learned something from it. And the opportunity is for you to literally use that experience of speaking your authentic truth. You've used that to bring in a great deal of balance and healing to you. Because this 9 of coins, this is about sovereignty. It's about being all that you need to be for yourself. It's like this has propelled you into a personal growth. Maybe bringing you out of some of your ideas about maybe some of your fears or thoughts about being single. Maybe you don't feel as if you need to always have a relationship in your life. Maybe that you have discovered that there are worse things than being alone. Because if this is the kind of relationship that you're being offered, it's far better. And that brings some justice. What is the outcome? I'm curious. What is the outcome then, please, Spirit, for this relationship that our viewer has in mind? What is the outcome here after this healing that they've done for themselves? What will be the outcome for this relationship? The 2 of Swords. The 6 of Cups. And the Hermit. With this being, we have another 2 on the bottom of the deck. This one is maybe there might be some going back and forth in your mind, perhaps, about maybe feeling like, did I do the right thing by holding those boundaries, or speaking up for myself, or making it clear what I wanted? And what I'm seeing is these 2 important cards are both about building things on your own. And I feel like the advice that is going forward here is for you to focus on you. Your inner needs, your ability to be sovereign, stable within yourself. Because this tells me that even though you might go back and forth on whether or not you made the right choice by doing those things. This tells me that you come to the conclusion that you did. And that there's potential. This can be a reconciliation card. But it's really based on your inner knowing. What's your gut feeling telling you about this? June's going to ask you to decide that. I mean, this is incredibly beautiful energy. All of it. So don't feel like this is something that is going to be so terribly devastating. I see nothing telling me here that you're going to be a hurting turkey in the end. They're encouraging you to know that you made the right decision. Speaking up for yourself like this, setting your boundaries. That was the right choice. It's always the right choice. Let's get you some cards. Some oracle cards. This journey that we have in June for you. Let's have a look here, please, Spirit. What can you offer as advice? What can you tell us? Grounding. Go deep. Explore your roots. Interesting. Let's stop right here. Because this is a great deal about grounding. This card too. Very grounded. And exploring your roots. This can be about childhood. So maybe there's something too that they're saying, you know, take a look. Take a look about what in your roots may have brought about this kind of situation. What else? Navigating by the stars. Follow your bliss. You did the right thing. You made the right choice. Passion and pleasure. Savor your life. Regardless of whatever is going on. Don't forget to take care of you. And it looks like you're capable of doing so. I encourage you to keep being capable. I hope that answered your questions. I hope that gave you some clarity and some direction. All right, let's get started with the June energies for those of you who are interested in relationships, maybe seeking to find one, or maybe have just begun a possible relationship. Let's take a look and see what the energies for the potential for relationships will be in June for our viewers. Please, Spirit, we are grateful for the advice. What's the current status? Where are you at? 7 of Wands. The 9 of Swords. And the 9 of Pentacles. You know what? I think maybe some of the people from the first group are here looking to see what it's going to be like. Because these two cards were in the first group. And it's about boundaries, defending boundaries. This is about sovereignty, self-sovereignty. But the Nine of Swords being here, did you make the right decision? So let's look more. Tell us a little more here, please, Spirit. I'm going to get just a few more cards pulled right here on this. Give me one more here. That's going to give us a little more clarity on this current energy. There's your Justice card. Are you guys watching both? Well, Justice is what you sought, and Justice is what you'll have in June. So let's do something about this. So let's take a look at the challenges. What are the challenges for June? For opportunities, for relationships, for the relationships. What are the challenges we're facing? 5 of Coins. The Emperor. And the 2 of Wands. So choices here. What's aligning with you? Underlying, we have the 4 of Cups. Right? Just bringing in that opportunity. We're kind of focused here on other things. And what are you focused on? Because there's some opportunity that's going to be coming in June. So we got the Emperor card. And maybe this Emperor might be something that's actually a little bit more in line with the choices that you've made to defend those boundaries and gain some self-sovereignty. She's got it all. She has what she needs. She doesn't need anything else to be whole. And that's a balanced place to be. That's a good place to be. So let's not worry so much about that. Or this. This could be feelings of being left behind, being left out, not having enough. Maybe the challenge will be about feeling like you aren't enough, you don't have enough to offer. But let's see. Let's have some more. I would like to have a little more explanation here about these challenges, please, Spirit. Let's have a couple more cards. Let's take a look. There's your 5 of Swords again. 2 5s. There's your 2 of Swords again. All of these cards were in the first reading. I do think you guys are watching both, which is good. All right, one more here. That 6 of Cups back. The possibility of reconciliation. You just weren't sure. You think you did the right thing, but you're still not sure. Tower on the bottom of the deck. Blew something up. Changed some foundations. That one kind of rocked your world. But what they're talking about here now is about, this is a 9. And this is a 9. That your self-sovereignty, what's in these cups for you, what makes you happy. We have 3 9s on the table. Going from this to this to this. June, bringing some changes, right? Moving that forward, maybe some whole new potential. And that's what we're looking at now, right? What's the potential going forward? Ace of Cups. Brand new opportunities. What more here, please, Spirit? Tell us about these opportunities. Transformation. The Lover's card. Brand new journey that you're ready for. So this work that you've done, these things, these choices that you made, these choices that you're not quite sure were the right thing to do, they were the right thing to do. And whether this comes back together with this same person, we have this reconciliation card that has come around twice, both readings. Maybe, but it's going to be a whole new show, a whole new way to go, right? If you're going to go back to this relationship, you're going to become, you know, wanting to change that or keep that relationship, then it's going to have to be with what you know now about your boundaries, about what you're choosing to make yourself happy and fulfilled. That there's going to have to be some, you know, some changes to that. And things like this, they need to get left behind. That's what's going to bring the justice here. The justice. But it's there. And maybe this is with a completely new person. Don't leave that off the table. So let's get some oracle cards for this journey. What advice? What advice here, please, Spirit? What advice for our viewers? That you're protected by angels. You're cherished by the angels. You're surrendering to that journey. Release control. Watching clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax. Right? This is talking to me about you did the hard part. You did the hard work about setting those boundaries. Making decisions about what you will and won't tolerate in a relationship. What is good for you and what can be good for all involved. And they're saying, just leave it in their hands. They got you. Don't spend too much time focusing on the things that were hanging around in the past. Spend more time here. These new opportunities coming in, don't miss it. And I hope that gave you some clarity. I hope it resonated for you. Like it if you did. Subscribe, and I'll see you later. And you have an excellent June.